Hello everyone, welcome back to Drawn by Annie channel. My name is Annie and I will be drawing for you today. Please grab your coffee, tea and snacks and let's draw together. So in today's video, I will be lining out and coloring a sketch that I made as a fan art of Yuno Gasai. She comes from show Future Diary. This show is quite old, I would say. I think it's like 13 years old or something. It comes directly from 2010s. It was very popular back when it came out. And this is basically the most popular character from the show, but she's not the main character. The main character is Yuki, so that's what she's screaming on this art. And Yuno is cool, like... I like this character, to be honest. I like her look. I even did a cosplay for her. I remember when I did it, I had so much fun on a convention when I was wearing the costume because she is a crazy character. For those who haven't watched the show that she comes from, which is Future Diary or Mirai Iniki in Japanese, she is like this stalker character, and Japanese people, they even have like a special name for this type of characters, and it's yandere, basically a character that is super crazy about her senpai or like objective of love. She would do anything to keep him to herself, including unaliving people as many as she needs to do. This show is crazy, especially during the Yuno scenes, like when she appears on the screen, they always put on this creepy music and we can hear all her thoughts, and this is creeping me out. But even though this creeps me out, I like this character a lot because it's fun to look at her in the show. She is a stalker, and the way she's thinking, it's pretty crazy to me, especially if you wrap her around like a real life. I would not want to be around a person like that because she's nuts, like literally. Whatever she thinks, she's connecting this to her passion, which is Yuki, and one wrong move could trigger her to unalive you on a spot. So but this is also what makes her such a cool character to look at, because her fighting skills are just amazing. Like, I'm sorry, I need to try and avoid these words because this anime is coming from the time when YouTube wasn't so much concerned about the word unaliving, but you know, original word. But I have to keep saying this so it will not block me. But yeah, recently my friend Yara, who's editing this video, she told me that I'm talking too much forbidden words, so I'm trying to avoid this for now. And I hope YouTube will understand that this is not anything connected to real life, it's just a show. And I'm against unaliving other people and harming anyone, so please don't do that ever to anyone or to yourself. So. But anyway, back to Yuno. She is super crazy in terms of a character, and she is following Yuki all over the place, and whatever he's doing, she knows. During the show, you can see how much she's going more crazy every day that is passing, and then the plot twist is just crazy when we actually realize what is behind everything and what is the dark Yuno past. When you realize what happened to her, you actually kind of start to understand where she's coming from. And that is also what I like about this character, because I like characters that have actual stories to tell and that have backgrounds that are actually affecting them and their personality. So yeah, I appreciate Yuno. If you watched the Mirai Nikki, please let me know which character is your favorite, because they actually had a bunch of cool characters and might as well draw some of them too. But please don't tell me to draw Yuki. I hate him. He is like the worst main character in anime that I've ever seen, and this is really annoying. Like whenever he appears on screen, I kinda want him to disappear immediately because he's so annoying. I'm sorry. So in this video, I'm mostly doing a line art for the art. The coloring process is pretty much the same as in my previous videos. So today I can tell you a little more about how I do my line art, maybe give you some tips if you want to improve yours. I'm not saying that I'm like doing it correctly, but it's just what I discovered that works best for me. So as you can see, I started with a pencil sketch, and since this is a sketchbook with a thin paper, I am trying to do as little erasing as possible, or use like a very soft eraser, which for me is a kneaded eraser. And when I'm done with sketch, I'm going with my line art, and first of all, I'm making it very thin and quick. So I'm basically just tracing my own sketch with thin, quick lines, and as soon as I've traced every line of the sketch, I'm erasing it, and then I'm starting to work on actual line art. The reason I'm doing this is because when you trace your lines and then you erase your sketch underneath, you are taking off like a very thin layer of a paper as well. So part of the ink that you left with your first line art layer is also coming off and it's fading. So what I have discovered is if you do the quick line art and then erase and then redo the line art with adding some thickness and value to spots where it needs to be added, to add some volume to the character or whatever you're drawing, you're actually helping defining a form and shapes. They look more realistic and believable. So whenever I have a chance to do that, I am doing it. Of course, it doesn't work if you are coloring directly to your sketch and you are not doing line art. But for my technique, where I'm using a pencil sketch first, then I'm doing my line work, and then I'm coloring, it works just nice. And you can see here, the down part of the drawing right now is done, the line work is done, and upper one looks very thin and faded. That's why we're trying to fix this with adding another layer of line work. For this fan art specifically, I picked up a red color for the whole thing because I wanted it to give this warm pink color look because of the Yuno's design. She has pink hair, so I think that red line art goes very well with the pink colored hair, so I'm going directly with it. If I need to put more accents or shadows, I can either make a thicker line on that spot, or I can use different color pens, literally. So in terms of skin, I can use brown, or like I can use purple in the shaded areas, or even on her hair because it's pink. So anything that goes with color of the thing that you're doing a line art for, you gotta consider that or keep that in mind. So you can see how thin and barely visible line art is turning to a whole new artwork. Yeah, I mean, there is not too much that I can say about doing a line work anymore because that's pretty much all that I do. For now, maybe later on I will learn some more skills, but yeah. I can tell you some stories when I was cosplaying Yuno. I did several cosplays on this character and visited several conventions. They were all in Europe. They were smaller conventions usually, but it was still so much fun because back then people would recognize this character and she was pretty decent. She has like several designs in the show, like outfits. So one time I used one design and then another one I just did another one. There is more casual design of her when she's basically wearing a school uniform. There is a design of her when she's wearing this blue skirt and striped top and a cardigan. It was perfect because I could actually just buy similar things and I didn't have to sew everything from scratch. I could not do it anyway because I'm not sewing and I don't know how to use a sewing machine. So how I did my cosplays was not for a competition, but just for fun. I just found similar stuff in a clothing store and kind of combined my outfit out of those pieces, and then I just bought a wig and I made also some makeup and I used lenses because she has pink eyes. It was pretty cool. I remember I did one cosplay for Halloween party. I had this little tweak on the costume. I didn't use the pink lens as I was intending to. I had like these white lenses and whenever I wore them, they gave this creepy look because it would make your pupil look white. Basically, there is like tiny little dot only in your eyes and it looks very, very creepy. It was already scary enough because it actually fit the character a lot because when she was angry, her pupils were also like reduced to a size of a little dot and it gives this super creepy look, so it was perfect. Another time I just did the same outfit. I think I just went for a small convention that wasn't even having any competition, so I wanted to blend into the anime convention folks because most of them were wearing some cutesy stuff or outfits or like original character cosplays. I went to a bigger convention back in my home country. I wore another costume of Yuno, but it was completely different. The only thing that I kept was the wig and lenses. I wore her outfit from last series of the show, and she has this gothic black dress with corset and stockings and high heels and everything. She looks very sexy and super tall too. And I had these boots that had like super high heels and platform, so it made me super tall as well. In real life, I'm not a very tall person, so these heels made me like 10 or 15 centimeters taller. This outfit was the most fun because it also had some weapons. Like I had this toy AK-47 and then I also had a wooden katana. In the last series when she was using this outfit, she was running around like crazy and trying to unalive as many people as she could because they were apparently trying to win this game with a very chaotic burst damage to everyone. So yeah, and I remember that I was running around convention trying to find my imaginary Yuki. Like I was actually playing along with my costume and I would ask other visitors or cosplayers like, have you seen Yuki? And everyone was so confused. This random girl just comes up and like, have you seen this person? Then they realized that I'm just playing a character and they enjoyed my performance, to be honest. Like I made a lot of friends back then. Photos from those conventions are the most fun photos that I have for myself. It's a really nice memory to have, to be honest. I'm really glad that I got to know this character and I had so much fun not only drawing her but also like making a cosplay. So yeah, here is my finished result. I placed some simple colors on her hair and her skin. I didn't have much details to add, so I'm just placing the normal coloring, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and hit this like and subscribe button to see more of my sketches, and I hope I could brighten your day a little bit with my stories and my arts, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!